What's up, YouTube fam? Mel here. Welcome and welcome back to another episode of Double Helping. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make one of my favorite easy big batch meals. That's going to be cauliflower fried rice. Now, before we get started, I just want you to keep in mind you do not need to use cauliflower. If you don't want to, you can definitely use pre-cooked rice instead. I just wanted to keep this one low carb. So let's just get into the recipe. So first, I'm just gonna start off by cutting up my cauliflower. Now, of course, you can buy the pre-chopped cauliflower if you prefer, but if not, it's very easy to chop it. If you have a food processor or a high-powered blender, you can use the frozen cauliflower florets, or you can just get a head of cauliflower, just clean it, throw it in your blender, pulse for a few seconds, and then there you go. Now, after that's chopped up, we're gonna move over to our pan. We're going to turn it on to a medium-high heat. That's right, medium-high. And then we're gonna add oil to the pan. Now, I do not suggest using coconut oil because that has a lower smoke point. You want something that's not gonna burn. I'm using avocado oil today. And I added about a tablespoon of olive oil and just let it get nice and hot in the pan. Once it does, then we're gonna add in half of a chopped Vidalia sweet onion and then 4 cloves of garlic that's chopped up. And I like to get mine nice and brown, as you can see, but if you don't want it to cook as much, you don't have to wait as long as me. But after it starts to turn brown, I'm actually gonna add in 1 cup of chopped carrots. Feel free to, of course, swap that out for diced ones or the shredded ones if that's what you prefer. And then I'm gonna add in some salt and about another 2 teaspoons of actual garlic powder. Then we're just gonna mix that all in and let our carrots start to soften. Normally I like to do this for about 4 to 5 minutes. And in this time period, if your pan starts to get dry, you can just throw a little water in there. Then once those carrots soften, we're gonna go ahead and add in our cauliflower. And then from there you have 2 options. You can actually use liquid aminos or coconut aminos. I use both of them. It just really depends on what I'm in the mood for. They're both soy sauce alternatives. Liquid aminos, just keep in mind it does have soy in it. However, it's less sodium and a little bit goes a long way. So just be cautious if you're gonna use that. Today, I'm actually gonna use coconut aminos and I'm adding in half a cup. Now, if soy is not an issue for you or sodium, then feel free to use soy sauce instead, but just add it to taste. Then I'm gonna add in 1 cup of frozen green peas. I like to use the frozen ones because, well, for one, I'm not shucking peas or whatever it is that you call it. I know I should know better because I'm Southern, but I like those because they're frozen, they don't have anything in them, they're already cooked, so I'm just adding them to the pan and basically defrosting them. And then this, of course, is optional, but I'm gonna add in 1 pound of raw shrimp. Now, if you don't want to use shrimp, you don't have to use shrimp at all. Or you could use, let's say, tofu or chicken, or just skip that step altogether. It's up to you. The worst thing to me is to have overcooked shrimp. Just when I start to see that it's slightly turning pink, then I'm actually going to go ahead and make a hole in the center because I know it's getting close to being done. And then I'm actually going to add in 2 eggs. Of course, you can skip this step if you don't want to add any eggs. But once I start to see that the eggs are starting to cook, to turn a little white, then I'm just going to scramble them really quickly. and then go ahead and mix that throughout the rice as well. All right, so then next, I'm actually going to take some ginger and add it to the pan. Now, of course, if you want to use ginger powder, you can do so. You can add that when you add in your garlic and your salt, but I feel, as a ginger lover, that it actually tastes so much better fresh, so I highly recommend that you do this instead. So I just buy it fresh, I put it in the freezer, and then I just go ahead and grate it when I'm ready. It makes it so much easier to grate. And as you can see, I'm very generous with my ginger, so just add that to taste as well. And then just mix it all in. And then it's done. However, I like to just add some green onions to the top, and I'm ready to eat. So y'all, as always, thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, and we'll see you next time. Bye.